Hi, and welcome to a new and very special flight report on my channel. It was a remarkable day when the first Airbus A350 for Swiss Airlines landed in Zurich for the very first time. And with a brand new plane, Swiss also updates the cabin experience in all 4 classes. I got the great chance to try out the new Swiss Senses business class on a training flight on short haul. And of course, I will also shed a view into the new economy, the premium economy, and the new first class. So if you like to explore the brand new Airbus A350 of Swiss, then you should follow me on my trip. Enjoy my flight report. End of 2022, Swiss announced to update their aging long-haul fleet. While their Boeing 777s are up to 10 years old, the Swiss Airbus A340, as well as their A330s, are 15 to 22 years old. And to exchange those old planes, Swiss opted for the Airbus A350. In August 2025, Swiss announced further that the first A350 will arrive in October 2025, starting with many training flights in Europe to train pilots as well as cabin crews. And here we are today. I have just arrived at Düsseldorf airport in Germany because I didn't want to miss the unique chance and book myself a ticket in the new Swiss Senses business class on a training flight to Zurich. At first I head to the premium counters of the Lufthansa group for the check-in, and further to the priority lane at security. Until the star of the day arrives from Zurich, I kill the time in the Lufthansa business lounge. This room is narrow but very long and was refurbished 2 years ago. Here we have a self-service bar with several alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, as well as tea and coffee. Right here are some cold options and bread. And here's some warm options. And not to forget desserts and candies. I myself choose some meat rolls and a tomato sauce, sided by kritharaki pasta and potatoes. That was not very glamorous, but delicious. After my dinner, I pick a newspaper and make my way down to gate A68, where the boarding takes place soon. Swiss boards in groups, and as business class guest, I am in group 2.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. Ja, zweiter Gang links.
Today's flight is very special in many ways, so the crew is also more than excited. It is possible to take an exclusive look into the brand new first class in the nose of the new A350. and even a short visit on the flight deck was no problem. My seat 7K today is called a privacy seat, and I really like the extensive legroom. Here we have an open compartment with headphone jack. And here another closable storage box with USB and universal power outlets. Followed by the magazine rack with a shopping magazine, a safety card, and a sickness bag. And next to my seat is another large storage box. Here are two lights. One of them is dimmable, as well as wireless smartphone charging and a place for beverages. This place does not remain empty for long as the crew distributes refreshing wipes and a bottle of water before takeoff. But before we leave our parking position, I am astonished by the 5 external cameras around the aircraft.
And cabin crew, the boarding is completed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests. Your captain speaking. My name is Roger. We'd like to welcome you on board on the Airbus 350 flight destination Zurich, Switzerland. We are just asking for the clearance, 2-3 more minutes, and then we are ready for our flight. Hope you feel comfortable on board. Just relax. Later on, I wish you a very nice flight.
Welcome aboard our Swiss flight today. Please remove your headphones now for the following safety instructions. Your hand baggage must be placed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Do not stow any hand baggage at the emergency exits or in front of a bulkhead seat. Larger items such as laptops must be safely stowed during taxiing, takeoff, and landing. If a red strap appears, pull it down to reach your mask. Pull the mask towards your face and cover your nose and mouth. Then help children and other passengers. In case of impact on land or water, position yourself as shown on the screen and on the safety instructions card.
Cabin crew, prepare for departure.
After takeoff, we should take a closer look now on the new in-flight entertainment system. This comes on 4K touchscreen of 17 inches. SWISS offers hundreds of movies of different categories. Who is more into TV series will also find a wide offer of several titles. Also, fans of music and audiobooks will not leave empty-handed at SWISS. Besides the entertainment content, there are also the 5 external cameras, as well as the moving map. If you have a connection flight later, you can check your connecting gate later on. The new IFE comes also with a new function to pair your Bluetooth devices like headphones or smartphones. Also, instructions for the Wi-Fi connection are displayed in here. What's pretty cool here, I can control my seat via the screen. This doesn't just apply for the lights, but for the complete seat. But unfortunately, on this training flight, these functions are blocked. What works today is the active cooling of the seat. I can adjust the temperature of my seat here, so the days of too warm or too cold seats are over. All functions can also be controlled by the second screen of 11 inches. For me, seat controlling from the big screen doesn't make sense at all, because you have to stretch a lot, especially when lying. But from the remote screen, it's a nice option, I think. But before I check the comfort of lying down, the cruise starts with a service, so time to fold out the table. As you see here, this tray is extremely long, but it cannot be turned around to leave the seat. But if you want to leave the seat when the table is still out, you can simply push it back, because space is enough. The menu of today is salmon fillet with carrots and apples, a sided by lentils, and a bread roll. Of course, a dessert, as well as the cheese plate, are a must on a SWISS flight. Considering the very short flight time, the dinner was fine in terms of portion as well as taste. But the glass should not remain empty, so I decide myself for a non-alcoholic beer from Switzerland. After dinner, I visit one of the 3 business class washrooms. This is modern design, spacious and clean, and offers face spray and nutrition. You also find a baby changing table, as well as a full-length mirror in here. And if you don't want to touch the bin, just use your feet. This is the galley in the very back of the plane. These compartments are empty today, as there is no service in economy. Some of the best seats in economy are in rows 26 and 27, between a bulkhead and the premium economy section. And here we are in premium economy with 38 seats. The Premium Eco offers 20 centimeters more legroom compared to economy. The tray table and the screen are also much bigger than in the rows behind. These seats are hard-shelled with the big advantage of not reducing the space for the person behind when they are moved back. And the seat wing offers a little more privacy to the person next to you. All in all, this section is really premium for me, so I recommend you to try it out. SWISS has much more premium eco seats as Lufthansa has, with only up to 26. But on this flight, I am happy to be in business, and back at my seat, the flight attendant serves the traditional SWISS chocolate, which heralds the end of the flight. But as promised, I try out the lie flat seat right now. With this button in my armrest, I succeed to move the seat in the fully flat position. But what strikes me is that the seat moves very slowly. And this is what it looks like. With my 193 centimeters, I do not touch the end of the footrest, and I also have plenty of space to both sides as the seat is surprisingly wide. Really nice. Before arriving in Zurich, I get a last drink, and now I'd like to share my impressions of Swiss Senses with you. Swiss has an excellent reputation for years, especially on long haul. I have flown in their A340 in business class 2 years ago, and it was a very comfy experience in the so-called Stübli. But with their new product, they even go one step further. A big plus point for the A350 is that it flies much more efficient than the older A340. 25% less fuel and up to 40% less noise are an outstanding improvement. And also my privacy seat here is great. It offers plenty of space and many storage options and really lives up to its name, as I don't feel observed in here at all. Of course, we cannot rate the service today as if it had been a long-haul flight, but nevertheless the small dinner was nice. What are your thoughts of Swiss Senses and their new plane? Does Swiss deserve to receive the 5-star Skytrax Airline Award now? I am looking forward to your comment. Wow, that doesn't happen very often either. Seconds before touchdown in Zurich, the pilots perform a go-around and the captain explains soon why.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again your captain speaking. Due to a blocked runway in front of us, we had to perform a missed approach. Nevertheless, we are already preparing for another approach into Zurich. It takes around 5 maximum 10 more minutes. Thanks for understanding and patience.
After an extra turn over Zurich, we landed safely on the second attempt.
Welcome to Zurich Airport, guests. We kindly ask you to remain seated in the seatbelt fastened until the corresponding cabin sign has been turned. We now say goodbye to you and we do hope you enjoy this short flight with us. On behalf of SWISS and your entire crew, we wish you a very nice evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Cabin crew, disarm the slides.
Before leaving the plane, I take a quick look at some other seats in the business class. For example, this extra space seat, or called throne, as well as the business suites. But considering the surcharges of 200 or more than 600 euros, I definitely recommend to choose this great privacy seat here. Finally, I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel to avoid to miss further flight reports. On my way back home, I will try the SWISS A350 in economy, so stay tuned for that. Feel also free to explore my many other flight reports. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.